everybody, Liz here and welcome to my channel. So this past weekend I rediscovered my friendly neighborhood library. So I hadn't been to the library in about a year, and this past weekend I went to pick up some books for my students. So if you didn't know, I'm a tutor, so I went to go pick up some books for them to read. While I was there, I saw this bad boy, so The Beast by J.R. Ward, just hanging out by his lonesome. So I decided to pick it up since I haven't been able to go out and purchase it for various reasons, and particularly because I didn't want the hardcover, I wanted the paperback. But since I saw it there, I was like, might as well read it, might as well pick it up. It's a sign that you need to read J.R. Ward again. So today I want to do a book talk on The Beast. So if you don't know what I'm talking about or what this is, so this is a Black Dagger Brotherhood novel. So this is a paranormal / urban fantasy romance, and this is actually book 14 in the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. So this is like nitty-gritty deep into the series. So the first book in the series, if you're interested at all, is Dark Lover, which I unfortunately don't have with me right now. I lent it out to my friend, but it is about vampires. So it is about a society of vampires, and in particular the Black Dagger Brotherhood, who are like the fighters and the protectors of this fantasy world. So they are vampires that live within our world, but they kind of stay separate until they fight the Lessers, which is their arch enemy / zombie people, and each of these books follows a particular couple. However, this is actually coming back to a couple that was featured in one of the very first books. So something that I really enjoy about Miss Ward's storytelling is that we continue to hear about characters even after they've gotten together with their significant other. So this couple is actually the couple from book 2. So we're going back, we're revisiting them, where they're at in their relationship, as well as the various other couples and where they're at in their lives at the moment. I very much enjoy her series. Even if you don't like romance, I feel like you'll like it, but that is a huge central part of it. So forewarning, if anything, there is a lot of sexy times too, which is something that you're going to read a lot in paranormal and urban fantasy romances. So I can't really tell you anything else because, like I said, this is 14 books deep. So if I can convince you, the first book is Dark Lover, super great, and then maybe you can come back and we can talk about this one once you read all 14. So let me get into the juicy bits of what happened in The Beast. So we came back to Rhage and Mary. Rhage and Mary, the couple is my favorite, and Rhage is my favorite brother. I just love him so much, so much. He's this ginormous, beautiful man who is funny and just honestly the perfect book boyfriend. Like, he is literally in my top 5 book boyfriends or significant others. So we go back to them. We had already seen Rhage having some issues in the shadows and in, I think, Blood Kiss, right? Where there was something going on with Rhage. We didn't know what it was. He was having panic attacks and there was just something there. And we open up and so he's suicidal. He runs out even though V tells him that he's gonna die. So we know right there it's like ringing bells. I mean, I cried within the first 100 pages of The Beast because I was like, how are you gonna talk about The Beast and then Rhage is gonna like die? I was just waiting for the moment where she revealed that it was all a ruse and then it didn't actually happen because I was extremely distraught. And then we come into also Mary's perspective in the first 100 pages where she is talking with Biddy and the whole Biddy situation gets introduced. If I'm being honest though, I was spoiled for it. I knew Biddy was gonna be in the picture. I didn't even know who Biddy was though. I didn't remember her from any of the other books. We have Mary having feelings for this little girl and we know that there's going to be something involving her because she is such a huge part of Mary's story, and lo and behold, there is. So again, like I said, I very much enjoyed revisiting Rhage and Mary's relationship. I think that theirs was one of the most beautiful ones, especially as they got together in Lover Eternal. And then we hadn't really heard from them in a really long time, so I was extremely happy that we got it. There was some stuff in here because I ended up giving it a 4 out of 5 instead of 5 out of 5 because I know The Chosen is coming out next. And I know that we're gonna get X-Cur and Lila's romance finally, but out of every romance in the entire Black Dagger Brotherhood series, theirs has been my least favorite. I don't particularly care for Layla or X-Cor. I'm gonna read the book because I know that it's gonna be good and that she's gonna make me love them, but I don't care as much as I should. I mean, Layla is like this poor tortured woman and like X-Cor is literally the enemy. How is that gonna work? I mean, it did take Quinn and Blay like 5 books to get together, so who knows, right? I'm not too excited. I was really, really sad when their babies almost died. Like, no, that's not okay. I was not okay with that. I was like, what do you mean they're gonna die? Like, I felt so bad for Quinn. Like, I have loved Quinn since he first appeared. I was not okay with them. I do want to see more of Blay and Quinn. I want to see their relationship. Like, they're the only, you know, non-straight couple as of now in the entire Black Dagger Brotherhood series. Then we have a Sale and his kind of redemption, or the beginning of his redemption arc. I'm actually really excited to see where she takes him. I really like a Sale. I feel like he's very real and he's very like, yo, I'm a bad person, but like, not really. Like, I'm kind of a bad person. So I really like him, and I really appreciated that he got quite a bit of story in this, and then we got to kind of meet his cousins more, which honestly, he's kind of a dick to his cousins, but then again, who isn't a dick to their cousins and their family and stuff? And like, I would also shut up the whole time if my cousin was gonna be correcting my grammar and language all the time. So we know that he's still in love with Marisol. So she left, he's all hella heartbroken, and then he tells her that he loves her right before he's about to commit suicide, which again showed a lot of heart because he felt so emotional after he rescued Marcus, the blood slave. So I am really, really, really hopeful for his book and his redemption arc. I want him to get with Marisol, or whoever he's supposed to get with. I'm gonna assume it's Marisol, and I can't wait for them to get together because I feel like I really, really like him a lot. Like, I think he was such a good character, and I'm glad we got to see his perspective. Also, how are we gonna have our deity die? Like, the scribe version just gave up on everybody. She's like, you know what? It's been a good time, but I'm gonna go. Like, what do you mean God? Like, that's, you know what? They just busted a supernatural where God just like leaves the building. Like, so she leaves, and we know she's going to appoint another scribe virgin. I have an inclination, a feeling that perhaps Lyric, right? That's Quinn's baby girl's name, is going to take over because they talked about her being like special. So perhaps maybe she'll become a scribe virgin, because that would make sense. I think we're finally seeing the end, or like the end game for the series. I mean, I don't want the series to end. I want to continue following the brothers and their mates and all of them, but I mean, everything must come to an end, so I feel like we're finally moving towards that. Like, we're finally having, well, Scribe Virgin left the building. We have the Omega actually coming out and collecting his own lessers, and then we know that for them to be happy, the Omega has to die. So I feel like within the next maybe 5 to 10 books, I feel like the Black Dagger Brotherhood is coming to an end, which I feel like it's gonna end on a pretty epic note, but I'm not gonna talk about ending anymore. Let's also talk about the human Jo. I didn't understand her role in all of this for like most of it. I feel like her sections were too drawn out. I didn't particularly care for her. I was like, yes, she's showing us the fact that humans are now figuring out that there's vampires, but then that reveal that she's Manny's sister, I was like, so that means that she's part vampire. So whose mate is she gonna be? Questions, questions, questions. So basically the point, I mean, I really, really enjoyed it. I read this in literally 2 nights. 2 nights. I loved Rhage. I loved the whole seeing Rhage as a father. I know I need to read Blood Kiss or Blood Vow for me to really see Rhage as a father, even though like the little bit that I got here was really, really cool and awesome. I really, really, really love Rhage. Also, Biddy being like good with his dragon was also really cute to see, because we know Mary was the only one that wasn't in danger of like the big giant puppy, as she likes to call him. Oh, and us finding out that X-Core is actually Tor's half-brother, and like Tor is like entire purpose in this entire book was kill him. So I wonder how Layla is going to reveal that bit of information to the Brotherhood, because if she reveals that, then she has to reveal why she was looking him up in the first place, and then why she knew who he was and why she knew he was there. Basically, Layla's gonna have to come clean to the entire Brotherhood that she's been a little shit, going behind their back, and like not hooking up, but meeting in secret with X-Core. I think that's why, honestly, I think that's why I didn't like her, because she was doing everything behind everybody's back, and I was like, you are such a little bitch. Like, they told you, stay away from him, and you didn't do it. I'm really, really hoping. I hope I can grow to love Layla in The Chosen or in Blood Vow, because as of right now, I don't care for her. I loved everybody else in this book. I loved Aseo, I loved his cousins. I loved Rhage and Mary and Biddy, and I'm excited to see them play out the roles of parents. I have a feeling V is gonna become an important part in the next few books just because it was pretty loaded with V perspectives, and that always means like when we had Rhage and the shadows and stuff like that, that is an indicator that perhaps he's gonna be coming up, or we're gonna have a book in his perspective, hopefully. I mean, we've had the king, now we've had Rhage. Are we going back down the line, right? I mean, we already revisited Z, and we kind of revisited Butch and Marissa, so I feel like we haven't heard from Jane or V, so I feel like they're gonna be coming up soon. I'm hoping, just because they're the least romantic couple out of all of them. I don't know, I just want to see. I need to reread the whole series, quite frankly. But yes, I don't know what else to say without being completely redundant. I love Rhage. I want to be Mary. Yeah, I love Rhage so much. I love the relationship. I love the way that he dealt with this whole becoming a father and understanding his like illness or whatever is going on with his head. I'm super excited to see a sale. I feel like his detox chapters later are gonna be hella intense because he was like sniffing like a pound of cocaine a day or something. Like he was all the time just like just going at it. Is Marcus gonna play an important role? What if he's like part of Biddy's family? I feel like he's gonna be important because she wouldn't just throw him in there for fun. I want to see Quinn and Blay be fathers and their kids grow up, and it's gonna be so cute to see them become dads. And so that is all for me for my rambling on The Beast by Miss J.R. Ward. I loved it. I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to Blood Kiss. I already said Blood Kiss, Blood Vow, and reluctantly looking forward to The Chosen. I know she's not going to let me down, but I don't really care for Layla and X-Court, like I mentioned before. I think that's the only reason that I gave it a 4, because every time her chapters came up, I would be like, okay, and then I would just like read through them. But she's an amazing writer, so I have my whole entire faith in her that she's gonna get it, and I'm gonna give it a great review because it's great. I love the writing. I love getting back into the brothers' heads and being there and being immersed in this world. So I'm gonna stop talking and shut up because I'm just gonna say everything all over again. So yeah, guys, that is all for me. If you guys like this video, feel free to hit that like button. If you want to see more of my face and more videos like this, feel free to hit that subscribe button as well. I would highly appreciate it. If not, that is all for me. Have a good morning, afternoon, or night whenever you happen to be watching this, and happy readings. Adios!